AI cannot be left to whims of a few billionaires, UN chief. Bill Gates cancels India summit speech to ensure focus on AI. Meta's Zuckerberg denies at LA trial that Instagram targets kids. Iran, drafting framework to advance future US talks FM. Japan PM Takaichi reappointed following election. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warned on Thursday that the future of artificial intelligence must not be controlled by a small group of powerful individuals or nations. Speaking at a global AI summit in India, Guterres said the rapid development of artificial intelligence poses serious risks if left unchecked and called for stronger international cooperation. The future of AI cannot be decided by a handful of countries or left to the whims of a few billionaires, he said, warning that unchecked development could deepen global inequality. Guterres urged technology leaders to support a proposed $3 billion global fund on AI, aimed at helping all countries access and safely use the technology. He said the amount represents less than 1% of the annual revenue of a single major tech company. AI must belong to everyone, he told the conference. He highlighted AI's potential benefits, including advances in medicine, education, food security, climate action, and public services. However, he warned the technology could also amplify bias, increase inequality, and cause harm if not properly regulated. Bill Gates has cancelled his scheduled keynote speech at a major artificial intelligence summit in India after his name appeared in newly released documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, the Gates Foundation said on Wednesday. In a statement, the foundation said Gates decided to step aside to ensure the focus of the event remained on artificial intelligence. After careful consideration and to ensure the focus remains on the AI summit's key priorities, Mr. Gates will not be delivering his keynote address, the statement said. It added that the foundation remains committed to its health and development work in India. The AI Impact Summit, taking place in New Delhi on Thursday, will feature Narendra Modi and several global technology executives discussing the opportunities and risks posed by artificial intelligence. The foundation said the president of its Africa and India offices will speak in Gates' place. The decision comes amid renewed scrutiny following the release of millions of U.S. Justice Department documents linked to Epstein. The files include emails involving prominent figures and allegations made by Epstein before his death in prison in 2019. Mark Zuckerberg told a U.S. court on Wednesday that Meta Platforms does not allow children under the age of 13 on Facebook or Instagram, despite being confronted with internal documents suggesting young users were an important target audience. Zuckerberg testified in a landmark jury trial in Los Angeles focused on whether social media platforms contributed to youth addiction and mental health harm. During questioning, lawyer Mark Lanier, representing a California woman suing Instagram and YouTube, challenged Zuckerberg over previous statements to Congress that under-13s are banned from Meta's platforms. The lawsuit alleges the woman began using Instagram and YouTube as a child, and that the companies knowingly designed their products to keep young users engaged, contributing to depression and suicidal thoughts. She is seeking damages, claiming the companies prioritized profits over child safety. Lanier cited an internal Instagram presentation from 2018 stating, "If we want to win big with teens, we must bring them in as tweens." Abbas Araghchi said on Wednesday that Iran is drafting a framework for future negotiations with the United States, as Washington warned it would stop Iran's nuclear ambitions one way or another. The comments come amid renewed diplomatic efforts to prevent a military confrontation, with the United States increasing its military presence in the Middle East. Iran and the U.S. held a second round of Oman-mediated talks in Geneva on Tuesday. The negotiations followed the collapse of earlier talks last year after Israeli strikes on Iran in June triggered a 12-day conflict. Araghchi said the two sides had agreed on broad guiding principles, though J.D. Vance said Iran had yet to accept all of Washington's red lines. On Wednesday, Araghchi spoke by phone with International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Rafael Grossi, stressing Iran's focus on developing a clear framework to move talks forward, according to Iran's foreign ministry. Meanwhile, U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright said Washington would prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons by any means necessary. Japan's lower house has formally reappointed Sanai Takaichi as Prime Minister, 10 days after her landslide election victory. Takaichi, 64, became Japan's first woman Prime Minister in October and secured a 2/3 majority for her party in snap elections held on February 8. She has pledged to strengthen Japan's military capabilities to defend its territory and waters, a move that could further strain relations with China, while also working to revive Japan's sluggish economy. In November, Takaichi suggested Japan could intervene militarily if China attempted to take Taiwan by force. China, which claims Taiwan as its own territory and has not ruled out using force, reacted angrily. Speaking at the Munich Security Conference, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said elements within Japan were seeking to, quote, "revive militarism,"